So last week we discussed a lot about how to move on once the narcissist, on Friday, a lot about how to move on once the narcissist destroys you. This week we're going to devote ourselves to the narcissist's path and how dysfunctional it really is. And today is about when they destroy you, which was what Friday was about, they move on to the next target and destroy them also. That is where we all get hung up when we're thinking. I did finish the haircut, but now there's hair on me. There is a lot of concern usually over the new supply. And for some reason, we've all gone through it. Where we magically think what? There's suddenly this golden person? And the new supply is lucky? Lucky? Lucky. Think of the list of disaster dates that you've had with your toxic person. I say that because it might not be the narcissist partner. It could be a toxic person at work. It could be a friend, family member. They also could be narcissists. But think of the list of dysfunction that they've, perpetuated upon you. That's what the new supply is getting. They don't magically do a 180 and you weren't enough, but now, the new supply made them really fall in love. So now they're going to be different. You think they're going to be different? They're going through the exact same cycle with the new supply as they did with you. So they leave you, they move on to the next target, and let me tell you something. The love bombing is the part that makes us crazy because we think he's saying all the same things. He's doing the same little lovey things that he did for me. He's doing for her or she's doing for him. We always say put your own pronoun in. Mine's he for a romantic partner, so my stories tend to follow that. But you make it your own. Yep, little hairs on me from my bangs. Cutting them a second ago. I feel like when we think about the new supply, we're so wrapped up in love bombing, that's what we're concentrating on. I want you to concentrate on your disaster dates. The details might vary with the new supply, but they're going to go through the same thing. It's their cycle. The details aren't their cycle. Their cycle is love bombing, right? And then eventually, because all relationships come to a point that there's going to be something that ticks them off, or there's an argument or question session or whatever it is. I don't say that because I want you to be quiet and you think that that's going to, because they'll find something anyway. Even if you're the perfect, quiet little conformist, they will find something. And they will be doing things behind that person's back anyway. Just freer because they're not being questioned. Look at me, I get so upset. So they leave you, they move on to the next target, and they're love bombing them. And then in comes the next part of the cycle is devalue. We know how many tools they have for this. It could be a slight triangulation. They could be bored. Their person could be the quiet conformist who never even ask questions. But the narcissist could be bored. So they're going to poke the bear. Is that how you say? Poke the bear. So they're going to maybe do a slight triangulation and talk about an office party where somebody hit on them. Or they're going to gaslight you because you come up with an innocent question. Oh, I thought you said you'd be home at 6 for dinner. What, you're questioning me now? It could be that simple. So in will come all the tools we discuss. Triangulation, gaslighting, smearing behind your back if they discard you and you try to talk about what happened to someone. They're going to try to get to those people. All of that devaluing behavior is coming to the new supply. And then Wednesday we're going to talk about once they destroy that next target, they go on again. And then it can really get messy because they can be juggling new supply, X supply, new supply, old supply, X supply from 10 years ago. They have a roster. And they bounce around so that they can get what they need at the time they need it. They have no regard for anybody else but themselves. That is not me bashing people and just on here senselessly bashing people. People with this disorder lack empathy. Lack it. Not you might find it, not they can be taught it. Anyone that can do the things that the painful acts that your narcissist has done to you, mine, this, or this one did to me, or any one of you, anyone that can do those things and look you right in the face with a smirk as you're crying and begging and saying, "Wow, how could you do this?" They don't feel. That is a lack of empathy. They don't feel. They cannot put themselves in your shoes. Right? It's different than sympathy, right? You can have sympathy for someone, they lose somebody in their life. Maybe you've never lost that same person, but you can feel sympathy. Empathy is you're in their shoes, you know exactly how they feel. They can't. So they destroy you without any regard for it. Even if they fake it, even if they say sorry, the fake tears, the hoovers, all the things they do. Guess what? They're already moving on to the next target. They'll play with the X supply, hoover, love bomb, try to get them, keep them on the bench, blah, 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 blah. But they're already on to the next target. And we get so concerned for that next target, thinking of it as new supply. And it is called that in this industry of verbiage. But it's a target. I felt so bad for the person that came after me. And I wasn't at all, like, how do you say, like steaming with jealousy, or I was like, oh my God, that poor woman. She was within 5 or 6 years of my age. So I felt like as a sisterhood, like as a woman to woman, I was feeling awful for this stranger. I never met her. We talked on the phone. I felt terrible for her. Now, your new supply might have stolen your mate from you and you hate them, and that's fine, I understand. I'm not trying to say you have to feel like I felt. But this poor woman had no idea. She didn't know, I didn't know. It's all duplicitous. And it's insidious how they can just move from one target to another. And I don't want you thinking that the next target is the place to be. Let's talk about that.